Hi, I'm Sarish Sudhakaran and let me reveal to you a few of the awesome camera secrets of Alien, one of the greatest horror movies ever made. By now you probably know it's about a killer alien, but the movie is also about hubris. No matter how big you get, there's always an opposing force that will counter you. In this video I wanted to show you how Ridley Scott sets up the 3 dining area scenes, 2 at the beginning and the 3rd at a major plot point. There are spoilers ahead, so please watch the movie first if you haven't already. First of all the 3 scenes are covered from table height. Except for the occasional reverse shot or cutaway, the table is subconsciously brought into our attention. This is deliberate because the 3rd dining room scene is the famous chest buster scene. Kane literally dies on the table, and Ridley Scott has been setting us up right from the beginning. The alien's point of view is our point of view. Another curious thing to note is the position of all the characters. The 3 scenes happen at different times, and there's no reason for them to have a strict seating arrangement. That's why Parker has to ask Ash to move. But still, here are the 3 scenes laid out. As you can see, the arrangement of actors in all 3 scenes is almost exactly the same. Only 2 people keep shifting their positions. One's Ripley, and the other is Ash. Ash is initially placed next to Dallas. In the 2nd scene, you can see him shift a place and hover in the background. He begins to understand his own role, so he has to break free from being friendly. In the 3rd scene, Ash is bang opposite everyone else. He's no longer a part of the group. His position is clear, and of course we find out later why. It is instructive to see how his position within the group over 3 scenes foreshadows his future actions. Ripley's to me is the most interesting. She's purposely kept out on the fringes of all 3 scenes, obviously because she ends up being the only survivor. At the time of release, people expected Dallas to survive, but his early death, which mirrors Marion Crane's death in Psycho, is designed to send shockwaves. If the captain can't survive, this alien must be pure evil. In the 2nd scene, Ripley turns 180 degrees and is now in the captain's corner. She's second in command, and her loyalty is with her captain. She's not with Parker as far as their orders are concerned. In the 3rd scene, she's at the periphery, mostly ignored. She's back in her earlier position, and during the action is mostly hidden by Parker or Dallas. There isn't even a close-up of her reaction during Kane's death. We see more close-ups of Lambert, and she also gets to slap Ripley in the movie, taking the moral high ground. But that's just a red herring. Ridley is keeping Ripley apart so we won't pay too much attention to her, and won't subconsciously give her the importance she actually has. It must come as a surprise, just like all the other surprises in the movie. Next up, the most interesting thing about the 3 scenes is the interaction between Parker and Dallas. It is set up right from the 1st scene where they are physically separated by space. When we move into the mid shots, you can see Parker has the largest size. He is important enough in the scene. Brett too gets a reverse shot because at this point it's their money situation that's the subject of discussion. At the opposite end, Dallas gets his 2 shot where he's the largest in the frame. Notice how Lambert is kept back so she'll appear smaller, and the camera or table is angled away a bit. When they ask for their share, we cut to Dallas's solo shot. He's the leader, and he's alone here. Their duel is cut short by an announcement. But soon we are back to the dining area for the 2nd scene. At this point, they know they have to investigate a signal, and this brings up the money discussion again. Notice how Parker asks Ash to vacate his seat. It's as if he's taking his position on a chessboard, ready to fight. What's easy to miss is that just before, Dallas mirrors this exactly by asking Lambert to vacate his place. So they're mirroring each other. But make no mistake, Dallas is the boss, which is why he's standing up, towering over everyone else. They have to look up to him. The only person who stands up in both the 1st and 2nd scenes is the person who doesn't really care about Dallas's authority. In the 3rd scene, he's the last to get up. Couldn't be any plainer. Back to scene 2. The reverse shot of Dallas has Parker and Brett on the other side, the opposing force. Parker is the leader. He sits up and is the largest in the frame. And when things get out of hand, we cut back to Dallas's close-up. He's the boss, and he knows how to keep his crew under control.
Moment party.
Parker, will you just listen to the man?
In the 3rd scene, Kane is the center of attention, but note that both Parker and Dallas are now included in the shot. They are no longer opposing each other. When Kane falls on the table, they are the ones who come to his immediate aid. while the rest stay back. They are both leaders in their own right. If Dallas is an obvious hero, Parker is too. It's just not that obvious. They are both wary, reluctant heroes who will only rise up when it's absolutely necessary. If you're interested in learning more about how to cover a dialogue scene, check out my guide to shooting dialogue scenes. I'll link to it below. Hit like if you've enjoyed this. These videos take a lot of time and energy to make. Without your continual support and encouragement, they won't exist. Please subscribe for more cool videos like this one.